Welcome to the second edition of World Cashew Convention. I am Chandana Shiv and I am from cashewinfo.com, and today with me we have Mr. Babafemi Oyewole, who is the Managing Director of ACA. Welcome to the WCC, sir.
Thank you for inviting me.
Before anything, it's a hearty congratulations from the whole team of Cashew Info, as ACA has completed a decade of service for Cashew Info, sir.
Thank you very much. It's been a decade of challenges and achievements for African Cashew Alliance, and as we are closing the curtain on the last 10 years, we are with enthusiasm looking forward to another 10 years of challenging and very interesting programs for the cashew industry, not only in Africa but also contributing to the global development of the cashew industry.
Yes, sir. Taking this background, sir, I just wanted to ask you, what are the achievements that or the initiatives that ACA has taken for the better growth of cashew industry in Africa, and what are the goals for the next year?
Thank you very much. You know, when the ACA started in 2006, the cashew industry was not, if I may say, not organized. And one thing that the Alliance did was to start with the mobilization of the stakeholders in the cashew sector in Africa. And in 2006, we were able to mobilize about 50 companies, private companies that are involved in cashew business in Africa. But today, by 2015, we've grown that to about 200 companies. So we see that that's an achievement that we've made to mobilize all the stakeholders and put them together into an alliance, and that will benefit the cashew value chain from the farmers to consumer. So that has been one of the things that we were able to do. Again, we have been able to offer technical assistance to the members, companies, facilitating their capacity to do business in the industry. Again, we have engaged in market linkages.
Correct, sir.
Yes, both trying to link the buyers with the producers and also the processors, and strengthen their capacity to do business. Also, we have engaged in advocacy, trying to advocate with policy makers on how they should assist the sector, the sector back, because we know that the cashew industry is a promising industry with a lot of economic benefits for the countries if the right economic policies are put in place by the government. So, and it's one of the things that we're doing to advocate for the right economic policies that we lower the risk of doing business in the sector and promote investment in value-adding businesses in the sector. So those are the kind of things that we'll be doing. Also, we have been sharing our information through the World Cashew Festival that we normally do. We are going to do the 10th edition this year. So we'll be bringing together again all the stakeholders to come and look at developments in the industry in Africa, and what are the challenges and what are the direction that we should be going as a continent to meet the expectations of the consuming countries and also the producers. So those are kind of things that we'll be able to do within the next 10 years of our existence.
Yes, great. Coming to the kernel part of the story of Africa, sir, we know that there are so many challenges faced by the processors. How is ACA helping the processors of Africa to tackle various problems that might be increased rate of arsenic, and there might be accessibility for credit and higher rates, financial problems, underdevelopment of countries and factories and stuff. So how is ACA helping out the processors in Africa, sir?
One of these ways, several ways we have been assisting them. First of all, you know, a major issue in cashew processing is the quality, and that's why we set up we have the ACA seal,
right,
that satisfies the processors who meet the minimum requirements for quality, right, and food safety. So these are the areas that we've been assisting the processors. But the challenges we're having is the buyers who are offering, because of the improved pricing in the of the nuts, who are now trying to buy directly from the producers, right, and the processors are not able to get the raw nuts for processing.
Right.
That's a big challenge, and we are trying to, as an alliance, trying to overcome this challenge by engaging the policymakers, right, and making them to understand the importance of these processors who have put in a lot of investment, right, in setting up the processing plants, that the government should put in the enabling environment, right, the right policies, and that the support that is needed for these processors to continue to increase their capacity. I mean, 2014, Africa was able to process about 50% of the capacity, but last year was a very challenging one, and the capacity went down because of the problems that we talked. In terms of access to finance is also a challenge, particularly working capital for the processors. And one thing we find out is that most financial institutions, they perceive the sector as very risky, and which again borders to the fact that it's not well organized. Right. The financial institutions also do not understand the modus operandi of the sector itself, and that is where we come in as an alliance, right, to try to educate them, bring them together, and let them understand that yes, there are risks in the sector, but there are risks that can be mitigated when we understand the workings of the sector, and that is one of the things that we are trying to do to assist the processors and the financial institutions to be able to give the working capital that is required to maintain the capacity. Yes. So those are the initiatives we're taking by. Yeah.
Right. And coming to the kernel exports, by 2020, Africa is also having a great plan of increasing the kernel producing capacity. So can you please tell a few initiatives or the steps taken by ACA to see that it comes into truth?
Yes, we know that there are a lot of potentials for Africa, particularly over the past decade. There has been a tremendous increase in production. Right. But unfortunately, the processing has not catch up with our expectations. But what we're trying to do is to, number one, advocate for supportive policies by the government. Again, also trying to assist the processors in building the right governance structure and the capacity to attract funding from financial institutions. And again, we are trying to see how we can put in place the structures that we assist them to be able to get raw cashew nut to process, because that is a major challenge to them. So those are the kind of things we are trying to do, bringing them together. Again, we want to organize the sector because there is need for the sector to be well organized. When we have the producers, the farmers associations, we have the processors, we want to put them together, we have the exporters, put them together and bring them. It's always a challenge, because most of them, they see themselves as independent of one another. But we want to promote the idea that no, you are interrelated.
Right.
The processor, the farmers and the processors, the exporters and the traders, I mean, they are, although they are different actors, but they are related, and they must not try to sort of be divergent in their interests. We must be able to coordinate their interests and make them to see that the development of the cashew industry is for the benefit of every one of us.
Right.
That's one of the things that we're trying to do.
Yes, sir. So can you please elaborate about the plan of action of 2016 ACA conference that is held in Guinea-Bissau?
Oh, thank you very much. This conference is a very important and symbolic one for our ACA. Right. Well, because in 2006, the first conference was took place there in Guinea-Bissau.
Yes, sir.
That was the first edition, and it is an irony that we are going back for the 10th edition.
Right.
So, and last week I led a team of ACA management to Guinea-Bissau, and I met with the Economy and Finance Minister, who assured us that this event is something that they are all waiting for, they are all looking for. So it's a mega event, and we are expecting all the stakeholders of cashew in Africa and also globally, particularly institutions like Cashew Info, to also support us, because it's a mega event that we want to showcase. And in fact, a new element is we're going to introduce awards, yes, to those who have been instrumental in promoting the ACA and also contributing to cashew industry in Africa. So it's a mega event. In fact, Minister assured us that it's likely that the president will come and open the
President of Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah, of Guinea-Bissau will come, and if not, we have been assured of the Prime Minister.
Yes,
but we are still saying we want the president if it's available, and the minister assured that the president will come if it's available. So we see that it's a mega event that we need all the stakeholders in cashew, both in Africa and beyond Africa, to come and participate and celebrate with us the 10 years of transformation of the African cashew industry. And again, whereby also we're going to showcase the next 10 years, what our expectations are for the cashew industry in Africa, and how Africa will be able to play a more strategic role in the global cashew industry.
Yes, it's always a great pleasure for Cashew Info for being connected to ACA. It was a great pleasure having you today, sir.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.